Hello, Flosstube. We're the Real Housewives of Cottage.
I'm Priscilla.
And I'm Chelsea.
And this is Ronnie.
And Cash.
And we're here to talk to you about our stitching this week. Today starts year 2 of our Flosstube channel.
So yesterday was our Flosstube anniversary, and we wanted to say thank you so much for all of the comments, kind words, emojis.
Some of them brought tears to our eyes. It was so
loved
nice.
It all.
Yes.
So we consider you guys family. I mean, even though we've never met, you guys comment every week, and we appreciate reading all of those. And just like you think of us as your family, we think the same thing. So you're all his aunties and uncles and everything like that. So we kicked our butts in gear, and we got some videos that we had promised you out this week. So we did our regular video on Saturday, and then we were able to do the nursery tour and the garden tour.
And the nursery tour went so smoothly, it got done in one take. Garden tour, not so much.
Garden tour, we had to do it a couple times. But we wanted to say thank you so much for all of your kind words on that as well. I apologize. I didn't know I'd make you guys cry, but I cried when I watched it. I thought I was just hashtag hormones, but apparently not. And somebody said, I bet that made your mom cry. And she's like, nope, didn't. She was holding it in. So I combined all the questions from the 3 videos this week, so we'll run through those real quick. Unless you want to, do you have anything else to say?
No.
Okay. Beverly wanted to know, can you give advice on using thread conditioner or beeswax? When I switch to even weave from Ada, it seems my thread gets very worn, making stitches not as pretty. We don't use that.
So we can't give you advice on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have that.
Some people, actually, some people I've read, they separate all the strings of floss on their DMC, and then they put the 2 back together if you're using the 2.
But if you are using DMC, maybe your threads are too long.
Oh, yeah. So if you're cutting your threads very long, I usually try to do it the same length as it is for like Classic Color Works or Gentle Arts. We won't say Weeks Dye Works because you got to cut your own on the. That's like my biggest pet peeve. I don't know why. It just irritates me. Abuelita P65. What punch needle and hoop are you using? So if you didn't see our my Instagram, you already knew about her.
Yeah, I talked her into it.
I have started a punch needle project just to see how I like it and whatnot. And I like it. It's I have a lot of work to do on it. I posted a picture and there's some inconsistencies there. I get it, but it is a lot of fun. We are using a 10 and 7 inch Morgan hoop.
It's called a lap stand.
So I'm going to show So I'm going to show that because somebody else had a question. Her name's Lori, wanted to understand how you use it, because when we post pictures, we post pictures of this. So when you're working on your project, unlike cross stitch, you're working on the back of the fabric. So where you draw or trace it, or if it's already printed on there, you're punching on the back of it, so that's not going to show up on the front. But when we take pictures, we want to show you the front. So she thought that you were like reaching in there to punch. Nope, you work on this, and this is drum tight on here, and you're punching on here. But this is a 10 inch and a 7 inch, so if you have a smaller project, you could work on it like this as well.
And this is the
Cameo Ultra Punch is the needle that we're using. I won't say that this hoop is the best for punch and needle. Obviously, it's not like the Cadillac of hoops. There's other ones, but we're just trying. We're trying it, so we wanted it to be affordable. Again, we're frugal people. We're not going to put a bunch of money into something that we don't know if we're going to like. And then this is the Ultra Punch. It comes with
2 needle threaders.
2 needle threaders
3
and
needles.
3 needles. You can buy a cheaper version that just comes with one of the needles, but the needles have different sizes, so it's like a couple extra dollars to get all 3 needles. Just do that. Okay, but that's what we're using there. Cynthia, when you made your hands-on design chalk ornaments, did you cover the back as well? I guess this could be for any ornaments. When you do your backs,
sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends. If I have a lot of fabric and I feel like taking a lot of time, I do. If I don't, I don't, because nobody sees them. They're not spinning around, and and sometimes I write on the back
the year and everything.
Right, with like fabric paint.
You also have done where you cover the back in felt.
Right, yes, that's what I do mostly.
Because some of the fabrics that we use, like the homespun and whatnot, it can be a little bit pricier, so instead of covering the back with it, you just put a matching piece of felt on the back,
and then sometimes when I have the felt on there, I take those fabric paints and I write my name in the year.
Yep.
Sometimes I don't.
Because my stepdad wants her to name and date everything that she does. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. I have to scroll back up. The evening stitcher for your garden tour. Do you plant all your seeds in containers first and then transplant them?
No, they all go in the ground, and that's why my zinnias were so late this year because of having the fence put in. I couldn't plant. The only place I could plant was like the sidewalk, and I just didn't. I waited for the fence to be done.
Yeah. A lot of people had questions about your zinnias too. If you plant those for zinnia seeds, they just go right in the ground. So they don't take long to mature.
And they don't reseed themselves here every year because our winters are too cold. Yeah. Some people, they can plant them one year and then they have them for the rest of their lives. It's not like that here.
We wish it would.
Because I wouldn't have any grass if that were true.
She'd have all zinnias. Cottage gardener, do you hand water everything? Because it all looks so lush. Yes.
Yeah, there's no sprinklers or sprinkler system, or there's just me.
Janet wants to know, it doesn't look like you have many trees in your yard. What kind of sun exposure do your hydrangeas get? Because hers melt in the sun, is what she said.
I get morning sun mostly in the front, and then it turns, because of the house, it gets shady there for the afternoon, and then it gets sunny again later in the afternoon. So, and then
it doesn't have that hot sun. So from like 10 to 2, you know, the hottest part of the day. It's
but these back here, they're in the hot part of the day. So,
and those are Annabelles.
Yeah,
Annabelles are in the
I think
sun.
that the white ones are sturdier in sun.
Yeah, my endless summers cannot handle the full sun. They look like they're dead, wilting in the sun. But then they perk back up once they.
And I think like limelights and stuff you can put in the sun and they're fine. Okay. Unless you live like in really hot places, then you can't.
Becky,
but I'm not an expert.
Becky wanted to know, would you consider showing us the zinnias once they bloom?
Oh, we hope to, by like the same time next month, do another yard tour.
Yep. And her maybe zinnias should be all bloomed.
And like probably September and October we can do one too, because I do a lot of mums and we go pumpkin picking and I get a lot of pumpkins. So
Sheila wanted to know how much time you spend weeding, and do you? This is deadhead, but it says deadbeat in my iPad. It corrected it. Do you deadhead all your petunias?
I try, yes, and I spend a lot of time weeding, and I still don't. I mean, there's a lot of weeds out there.
She goes out every day, probably an hour a day. I mean,
and then I have
watering,
days,
weeding, right. All of that is combined.
But I have days where I'm out there for 5 hours weeding and cutting things down and moving things, and it just depends what amount of time I have. Yeah. But at least an hour a day because of watering
and then you've also discovered some petunias now that don't need deadheading.
I think you still have to cut those off. Yeah, the super petunias from Proven Winners are good.
You don't need to deadhead them much at all.
I think there's varieties that you
they
don't
haven't
deadhead.
Gotten as leggy as like her other petunias.
They keep blooming.
Yeah.
But those are pricey. I try to buy them.
We're frugal. So we go out there with scissors and cut them all off.
I wait until Home Depot has their $5 baskets, and I buy those $5 baskets, and I add things to them, and they're huge by the end of the year.
Yeah,
and
so
I
if you've
have
seen
hair
all,
in my lips.
If you've seen all of her buckets and things like that we showed in the video that you saw were planted, those are all those $5 buckets that we've put maybe 2 of them in there or 1, and then she's added some lobelia or petunias.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
She does the same.
Yep. We were stalking the Home Depot ads. So usually they go on sale at a certain time, and they didn't go on sale until after that date this year.
Wasn't it Memorial Day weekend they finally went on sale?
Yes, but usually they go on like before that, and it was just a pain in the butt. We kept going.
I think because our weather was so cold this year that's why they didn't come until Memorial Day.
Yes. Kay wanted to know, what soil do you use? Or what soil do you have?
Just what I got given to me. I mean,
she doesn't have very good soil here. It's really clay. So she's had to work a lot at it. She had a compost
bin
pile. It wasn't a bin.
It had sides.
Compost corner in the yard that
with a fence around it. But it went when we got the new fence,
So she had that to add, but she mostly added that to her vegetable garden. So, I mean,
I think a lot of it went where those cucumbers are, if you saw the video.
Yeah. So. The cucumbers that are huge now.
And this long when you pick them.
Janet, how much land do you have?
Half acre.
Half an acre. She does the most with her half of an acre. So she...
I have a lot of areas that I have not Like along the garage, I absolutely hate it. So
she has bushes there.
My husband's going to come home one day and they're going to be chopped down.
No. Okay, funny story, real quick, side note. So there's bushes there along the garage. She's not a fan of bushes. She had, one died. She used to have a Suburban, and my stepdad's like, well, we can just take that out without digging it out. He strapped it to the back of the Suburban and, like, gunned it, and the thing, it didn't come out. It snapped and hit the back and dented the whole back side of the Suburban, and it was just...
No, I would just saw him off. I wouldn't use my car to pull him out.
It was a hillbilly showdown in the front yard. That was years and years ago, but very funny. We don't let him live that down. All right, so Jennifer, for the nursery tour, what program did you use for the slideshow? So for anything I add to the videos or anything I make like that, I use iMovie. So I have all Apple products, and it's easy for me to just put them in there, and you can add music, you can shorten the clips, you can do it all from there. Maureen, did you use the call for colors for where the sunflowers grow? You showed that last week.
I think so. I think so.
Positive because you did that a while ago.
Right, but you can always check my blog and I'll say, sometimes back then I didn't say whether I didn't give you flosses that I changed it to, but I would say I changed the floss. So then if I did, then you know that I didn't use the other ones.
But way back then, it wasn't as big of a deal for her to show the colors. Now we've got to show the colors. Jennifer, she just binge watched us, and she wants to know how Hunter Stocking is going, how my Hawk Run Hollow is going.
Oh, shoot, I forgot to get
and
that.
And your Stitchrovia piece is going.
Oh, shoot.
Still the same as it was back 30 videos when we showed.
I need to finish Hunter Stocking, but today we're showing, because it's July and Christmas in July, we're showing all of our Christmas whips, and I forgot Hunter Stockings.
And Hunter moved back in with Mom, so Hunter definitely needs a stocking this year up on the chimney. Or Santa Claus won't know where he is.
He has his old one. Stop with the guilt trip.
Hunter's supposed to be eating healthier for lunch, and he went out for lunch at work the other day, and I was like, aren't you supposed to be eating healthy? Mom says all we have is cucumbers. Because she's got 40 cucumbers that she needs to eat. Poor Hunter. Okay. Vicky, did you whitewash the shiplap in Cash's room? No, it comes like that. It's pre-finished, and they have a beautiful gray one too. So it is a little bit more than if you were to buy just shiplap and paint it or whatnot, but it was so easy to do, and I'd recommend it. It's worth the extra cost. It would be so pretty in the back of a bathroom, don't you think?
I know. I was thinking the other day, I wish when we did our bathrooms we would have done that.
Angie, I've looked everywhere for those big stars you used in his room at Hobby Lobby. Where were they? Unfinished wood section. So they have like those boxes and those pieces of board.
Yep.
Like this.
The wood that's not painted. Plain wood.
Yep. Shan wanted to know, was it a quick delivery for Cash? Yeah, very quick.
Not that quick though.
No, not.
She made it to the hospital and everything.
Right. Thank you. Crafty 1 Cent wanted to know, is Classic Colorworks your favorite kind of floss?
Yes.
Yeah. And then Judy, when you say 28 count fabric, is that like using 14 count but stitching over 2?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it is. So that's why when we figure out any of our design pieces, we can just divide the stitch count by 14. Cynthia, when you made your hands... Oh, we already covered that. Oh, I'm done. Wait, no, I did I... Was it this video that we talked about thread conditioner?
No, you didn't ask that one.
Okay, so Beverly wanted to know, can you give advice? We had to tape this a couple times.
Somebody cried.
Her.
Ronnie.
Yeah. Can you give advice on using thread conditioner or beeswax? When I switch to even weave, it seems threads get very worn, making stitches not as pretty.
We don't use it.
Yeah, we haven't.
I've never ever
used it. I use my beeswax that I've received as decoration. But I can say that Mom mentioned possibly your threads might be too long. I know sometimes when you're...
Or maybe you pull really tight. Maybe that's why. We don't have that problem, and we don't. So we don't know. And
so I don't want to give you any fault. Yeah. So I know some people separate all the threads and then put them back together, and that makes the threads thicker. So maybe not having.
And if you're using DMC, do shorter pieces. That might help too.
Yep. All right. So for previous finishes this week,
I can't remember if I've shown this one recently, but it's ABC or a bee sampling from Little House Needleworks, and I mounted it on a piece of fence I got at a flea market and added some bee buttons and some burlap, and it's really cute. I am like this is my last weekend of my patriotic stuff, and I'm gonna miss it so much. But all my bee stuff is gonna be going up and
sunflowers. Bees and sunflowers come out now for the rest of summer.
Yeah.
Into fall. So sunflowers stay out through fall, right?
And this is a country cottage. It's the seasonal celebrations, and I just do the top parts of them. And it's mounted on a clipboard frame that I got at Michael's, and I have all of them finished. And I hate to tell you, but I taped the bow up there with Scotch tape because I changed them out.
And they always fall off when I'm showing them on the table. Okay.
Okay, and then I have a finish this week. So this is Blessed Bee from With Thy Needle and Thread. And I did change the colors, and they're all listed. Not on my blog yet because I haven't done the blog post, but they are listed on Instagram. Or shown on Instagram and my Facebook page. But I mounted it on a sticky board. I got the frame at a thrift store. I painted it with chalk paint. I added homespun black and cream check for the back, and then I did a bow and did some of those thistly things, and then there's a little bee on the thistly thing. It was so pretty. I love the colors.
So the biggest change was she made this red very bright. It was
it's ribbon red.
It was more of a maroon color, right?
But it's but it's just so pretty. So I'm excited that that's done. And that was my 10th Stitch Mania finish. Well, actually, that wasn't. One of these other ones was.
She was bragging yesterday about that. I said, too bad.
So that's like a third.
I said this was my biggest finish.
So we'll show you our punch needle. Chelsea already showed you hers, and this is my cow.
So this is Little House Needleworks down on the farm. When she saw this, she knew she had to start punch needle. So the barn with the pumpkins.
Isn't it cute? So I just have the black background left to do. And the cow is done in brandied pears from Classic Colorworks. And the background is black coffee, so it'll go from black to gray. And I can't wait to get this done and get it finished so that I have my first punch needle finish. But I'm loving it, so it's very, very cute.
Do you like doing it?
Yes.
Yeah?
I told you it's like addicting. I told you I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I was like, yes, I can do this before I have to do my stuff.
Oh, goodness. Don't worry, we're not stopping cross stitch.
Yeah, somebody said that. No, not a chance.
We have too much stash to stop cross stitch.
Where's your cover page for this?
All right, so this is called Threads That Bind, Prize Pumpkin.
One of our viewers sent it, and it was already drawn on the fabric.
Yeah, so it's pre-printed on the fabric. So
and it's all in DMC.
But I'm just using different shades of DMC to give it that variegated look. Again, I'm a beginner, so I understand it's not going to look perfect, but it's very forgiving. So you just snip a little bit of the threads. The biggest thing I can say is keep your threads short on the back piece of the fabric where you're punching. Also outline the object that you're punching first and then punch it in.
And just, if you want to try it, watch a couple of videos on YouTube, and it's so helpful.
Yep.
Okay.
We can't do a video for that. We're beginners. We can't do a video for that. Trust us. You're going to have to watch somebody else for that. That's like us doing a quilt video.
This is another one of my Stitch Mania starts. It's the spooky spooky string.
Is it?
And do not look at my fingernails. I've scrubbed them like 500 times with the nail brush, and I need to wear gloves.
This is her favorite part, the Q right here. That color.
What was that? Argyle socks?
Yes, Argyle socks from Classic Colorworks. It goes from a
So
purple
pretty.
to a periwinkle, and it's
too
awesome.
bad I don't like purple. I do like it for Halloween, though. And I also finished the Mary string for Merry Monday. And my spooky string, that was for our Witchy Wednesday stitching.
Change this to the aqua fabric. Now, a lot of the white didn't show up, so she had to switch some of the...
Yes, I had to make some changes.
Like the pea.
Right, and I did that in red and white, and then there was other letters that I changed to the lighter green because... But all the colors that I used are... But it's so pretty on the aqua. I can't wait to get that one finished and put on that board.
Yep, so we have the board already made for all of those strings. So now it's really easy for her to just finish them, slap them on some sticky board, and then you've got your next.
Did you finish anything this week?
That is offensive. No?
No. Okay. then I'll go to my whips. I don't have the cover page, but this is Queen Bee Flower Farm, the sign.
There might be some Ronnie hair on there.
I'm sure there is.
There's probably some Calvin hair, too. You guys need to stay tuned for the end of the video. If you're a Calvin lover, stay tuned. Even if you don't like Calvin, just stay tuned to the end. Mom had a photo shoot.
This is the coffee shop from Little House Needleworks Hometown Holidays. And that was what I worked on for Santa Sunday. I gotta get this finished before the end of July, so I'm not a slacker. And then that is it for my regular whips. And then I will show you because I finished all these things, I'll show you.
Somebody called you an overachiever as like a good thing. She's like, it's a good thing, not a bad thing. And I'm just agreeing with them right now. Like, I'm tired.
You have a new baby.
I know.
I don't have a baby.
Me?
I just have...
She made me eggplant parmesan. She made me cheeseburgers yesterday. She's been cooking up a storm for me.
Steaks with the best steak marinade ever.
Yep.
Mustard roasted potatoes with fresh oregano. Yeah.
And white sauce. Okay. This week I was trying to finish my Country Cottage Needleworks ornament. So this is By the Chimney. I am almost done.
I told her she needs to put Cash's First Christmas on there.
So I will finish that this week. And then I worked a little bit on ABC Halloween.
For Witchy Wednesday.
Witchy Wednesday, Thursday.
You have to stay tuned to the end of the video too, because we're announcing our next stitch along.
Oh.
Because it's year 2 of...
I worked, the other one is a Christmas whip that I worked a little bit on, so I'll leave it for my other stuff.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to mention this, so I have this in my bag. I want to show it because I'm going to start it soon. This one we had shown previously. It's called Halloween Sampler by the Cottage Garden, and
I got that at Heart's Desire, right?
Yes. And we told you it was out of print, so they had taken it out of print. Now they've got it back in print. So they said due to popular demand, it's back in print. So you can get it now.
You can still get it.
If you haven't
so
seen
don't
it.
pay a lot of money for it if you haven't already gotten it.
Look at that. Okay.
All right, so what are we doing now? Our Christmas
in July whips.
So we thought we would show you all of our Christmas whips, but apparently I forgot one of my big ones. So I, of course, have all these...
Hometown Holidays.
So that's a Christmas whip.
She keeps those in one project bag because...
One a month, right.
They use almost all the same called for floss, don't they? Maybe 1 or 2 different fancy flosses in there.
There's a lot of difference in the DMC, but I just keep them in the bags because I don't know what's coming next. We started trying to do my DMC yesterday in floss away bags.
We, as in me.
So I'm doing scrapbook paper with big numbers. She's writing the big numbers so I can see it without my glasses. It's great.
And then putting them on rings for her. She used to bobbinate, but she hasn't bobbinated since like 1995.
Yeah. So they're just in bags, and you gotta just rummage through bags.
Joanne's bags. Okay.
And of course, I have the Farmhouse Christmas, and I just have the last one that just came out to catch up on, and otherwise I'm
Which
all
one is
caught
that?
up. It's the one with the buffalo check roof.
Oh, with the chicken on top.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the buffalo check roof. The roof.
And then all of these. This is another Christmas whip.
White Christmas by Hands On Design.
How many of these do I have there?
These are like playing cards.
1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 9. So I have 5 left.
Yes.
So those will be ready for Christmas.
And you're adding red to all of them.
Yes. Adding the red.
Yes. Add the red.
And you guys love the red. This one was one of my Stitch Mania starts.
This is called Snow for Christmas by With Thy Needle and Thread.
I didn't take all my stuff out of the bags, and I'm sorry about that, but I was afraid I would get them all confused, and I can't have that. That's all I have done on that is the sled.
This is on blue...
Yeah, coffee tea dye.
Coffee tea dye. I'm going to move over here a little bit.
The Blackbird Designs, the Cardinal.
Oh, this was in the book.
I don't... Is he on the back page? And this was another Stitch Mania start, and all I have done is one of those Quaker motifs and some of the vining. But this one, I can't wait to do. Hopefully I'll definitely have that done for Christmas. This is a really cute one. And I'm pretty sure I'm changing the colors on this one, too.
This is called Merry and Bright by Country Cottage Needleworks.
Isn't it cute?
Yes.
I love that striped tree. I have a lot.
I don't have as many.
This
is Plunge
Mary
Street Samplers, Mary 3, the bovine up there. Oof.
And I have the little cow done. And this is the Gingerbread Village. And I was trying to do one of these a month too, but it just got to be too much, so I postponed it. So I probably won't get back to this one until next year, unless I decide I wanted. But I wasn't doing it all together. I was doing like parts of it together in like 3 different areas. So
Okay.
But I did change the colors on this to be more vintage with the Jolly Holly.
Yes. In the roof.
Yeah.
Because it was more of a limey green, if you remember us talking about that during our Stitch Mania. This is Country Cottage Needleworks, Merry Christmas, My Dear.
I don't have very much done on that one. And then this is the sampler, the middle one.
She loves those people that are tucked in their bed.
And that was another Stitch Mania start.
So almost all of your starts from Stitch Mania this year? You finished a lot?
There's a couple that were from last year, I think.
Wow.
But that was it.
This is Prairie Schooler, December.
Yeah.
She's doing the big one.
I kind of think I started this last year for Stitch Mania, or maybe I started it last year, but I need to finish it because this is like the only one I need for my, or maybe I need January too. For my, you know, how I have every single month done.
Yep.
And then this is definitely a Mania start. It was Santa Rides, and I'm doing the truck.
This was a gift from a viewer.
Yep.
The truck down here.
And that's all my Christmas whips, except for Hunter Stocking.
And your Stitch Rovia.
That let it snow. Well, I consider that more winter because it's just ice skaters.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't bring that. But I do want to finish that because it is an ice skater. And, you know, my thing with ice skating. So those are all my Christmas whips, except for the ones that I forgot.
All right, so again, I'm working. This is another Stitch Mania. Lizzie Kate's Mary String. I'm not going to open it up because I just showed you Maz. I'm not as far as her. She sped ahead. And then Santa Claus is Coming to Town. This is the Little Stitcher, right? Yes, the Little Stitcher.
This is adorable.
And this is Santa.
I need that.
I started something on there and I'm not sure what it is. All right, and then Little House Needleworks, The Sweet Shop. I need to finish this. I just pulled this out today and looked, and all I have is like a few things that need to be done.
Yeah, you need to finish that.
The like snowflakes and things. Hands-on Design. This is Cut and Carry from the White Christmas series.
Are you gonna put red, or are you gonna leave it the way it is?
I'm leaving it. I didn't have any licorice red. Yeah.
Santa's Village.
Santa's Village is one of my favorite things. I'm on Poinsettia Place.
Did I finish mine last year or the year before?
Year before.
I love that.
You guys can see I've got threads all over. I just do my own thing. I'm not concerned about being organized and clean when I'm working on it. I just want to get it done and then I'll clean it up. I don't have the card for this. This is Lizzie Kate's Four Seasons. This is winter. All I have left to do is a bunch of snow and fill in the door, and the snow is setting me off. You know how I feel about that. Frosty Forest. So I started this last year when I saw Mom's, and
you have quite a bit done though. You doing those separately? Or
yeah, yes.
Oh, that's right. Yes, we did fabric for you for that.
Yes. And I don't have my cover photo for this, but this
was our first stitch along, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lantern Lane. No, not our first. Okay, maybe. Lantern Lane.
And there was a lot of you that joined us.
And if you haven't, it's still ongoing, obviously.
All of our stitch-alongs are, so don't feel that you can't jump in at any time.
And
oh my gosh, this is almost done too. You got to finish some of these.
Santa's 12 Days of Christmas, 1 through 4. Santa and his chicken.
So cute.
Thank you. And then this is the one that I was working on last night. I got like 3 stitches in before baby woke up. So this is Mary Mary. By Country Cottage Needleworks, another ornament that I started for Stitch Mania. So I've got that, and then I can start on the green.
It's cute.
That I lose. Okay. Those are all my Christmas whips, though.
So I just wanted to show you, when I finish my punch needle, I am already ready. This is my next one. And I can't wait to get this one finished for all my bee things. So
why don't you just order another hoop and...
I can't have 2 of those going. And then after I finish my queen bee, I'm going to start back with this one. This was another Stitch Mania start. It's that bee cottage from
Country Cottage Needleworks.
Yes.
And she had switched the colors to Ladybug, I believe.
Is that the top or the bottom?
It's the top. Or the bottom.
So cute. So I'm excited for that one too.
Okay. We did get some gifts this...
That was from last week.
I know. Hello, buddy. So somebody is encouraging our punch needle passion. You guys are enablers. So Beth sent us some more threads that bind.
Look at how cute these are.
The Garden Tour, Pumpkin Hollow. Hey, bud.
They're adorable.
He wants out of his
Thank you so
carrier.
much for those.
All right. And then we've got...
We'll show those after this. Do you have the winner that you
Yes, so last week's question was your favorite fancy floss for Christmas. I loved reading all of them. Tons of licorice red, tons of hickory sticks too. Lots of different ideas. So the winner is for our Bless Our Home chart and thread pack from Goober's Ma on Instagram. Thank you so much for offering us this chart to give away. Daisy Tolson. So Daisy, if you could get a hold of us, our emails
are below in the description box.
Yep, just email. You can email both of us, so one way it gets to us.
Yep. So you win, Daisy.
Thank you.
That's such a nice gift. Thank you so much, Goober's Ma.
And then you can join in our stitch along with that because mine is still going. Okay, so big news. This.
Let's do this. Should we do the giveaway and then we'll announce the stitch along?
Okay.
Okay.
So we've got another giveaway for this week.
And because it's our
1-year anniversary,
you're getting a kit this time. So Leah
Patterns offered us a
.com. She asked if we saw something on her site that we liked, and we love this. So Chelsea and I both got the chart, and we got a kit to give away to you. So this is so cute for Halloween.
It's called Skeleton Dance Party.
And you get the floss, and there's fabric, and this is...
Looks like Ada.
Ada?
Yep.
So anyone can stitch it, and it's just adorable. And she finished it in a hoop, but you could finish it a different way if you don't want to do the hoop.
And you get a needle in here. This is like a full-blown kit.
Yep.
All right.
So the question that we want to know is, how many Christmas whips do you have?
I didn't count mine. I'm not counting my whips.
We need you to be a subscriber, we need you to like the video, and we need you to comment with how many Christmas whips you have.
And don't say giveaway. So somebody else gets the kit that we want to give to a cross stitcher. Okay, so that is our giveaway this week. Thank you so much to Leah Patterns. We appreciate it. And
we will link her website down below too.
I just want to show how cute these guys are one more time. Look at them
They're
dancing.
adorable. I want to do this for my Halloween tree.
Yep,
So-
she's putting up a Halloween tree this year.
I had it last year too.
Halfway through. All right.
I put it up October 1st.
Oh. Well, whatever. Okay, so big news is we've got a stitch along coming. Another one. You know, how many can we have? So let me find it. Dun, 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 dun. We love giant houses, so we decided.
It's not that big.
We decided Little House Needleworks Pumpkin Hollow Farms. So the hashtag is going to be hashtag PC Pumpkin Hollow Farms on Instagram.
Let's just do PC Pumpkin
Hollow Farms. That's the chart name.
Okay. All right.
PC Pumpkin Hollow Farms. So this is Little House Needleworks, and then I wanted to see.
And it's adorable, and it's an older chart too. So a lot of you probably already have it. What's the year that this one was made?
Show that up close. It's so cute. Pick your own. I don't know.
You don't see?
2010.
Oh, okay. So it's 8 years old. So a lot of you probably already have this chart. If you don't, Down Sunshine Lane is offering a special, so we will link that below too.
Yep, offering a discount on the chart and the likes. And then it does call for fancy floss, but if you don't have the fancy floss, they also do DMC conversions on the chart itself.
Yep.
The stitch count is 81 by 158. Approximately 5 by 10 when you're doing it on 32. Of course, we'll be doing it on 28 count. We haven't decided what color, fabric, or anything we're doing with that yet. This was a
fly by the seat of our pants. Let's do a stitch along.
Yep.
And you know you guys all love to join us, so.
So we will see. This is a get it when you stitch it when you get it.
No, I wanted to pick not next Saturday, but the Saturday after that. I think that people can get their stuff by then. So if we
2
can,
weeks.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what the date is, but maybe Chelsea can tell us because she's got that right in front of her.
August 11th.
Yeah, that sounds good. And World Cross Stitch Day is August 10th. So the day after, or should we start it on the 10th?
Girl, you need to make up your mind.
Let's do the 10th or the 11th, whichever.
Whenever you feel like stitching it. The 10th or 11th. So we'll probably be starting it on the 10th because this is kind of a fall pattern. So fall Friday stitching.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We'll start this. So you can order again from Down Sunshine Lane. They're offering a discount. We'll offer the link to their website below. So if you hit the little arrow on the right-hand side and go into the description box. Stitcherisa also did a how to find your description box on YouTube video if you want to find that. I thought that was funny. But below, and then you'll see all of our hashtags. Again, if you've already stitched this, go ahead and hashtag that PC Pumpkin Hollow Farm so we can see how beautiful your work is or how you finished it, and if other people can get ideas if you change the fabric or the floss.
Or you can call your LNS today and see if they have any in stock.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
brick and mortar stores, they probably carry that as well. So
yes,
good.
But we're excited to stitch it.
If you watch
Chelsea already has started this one.
I want to tell you that I'm already ahead of all of you guys. So I just found it today too. I thought I had lost it, so I thought I was going to have to restart. So I pulled out Lantern Lane, and then I look on the back, and I've started. I counted. My mom's like, "You have like 10 stitches," and it's 99. So you're not really going to count those right now. Yes, I am. Okay, so I'm already ahead of you, so I'm gonna get this one done. This is gonna be the first stitch along that I actually finish.
Oh.
Don't hold me to that. Okay?
I think I've finished every single one of them now.
I know you have. Well, you're ongoing hometown holidays.
If you guys could see the table. And yesterday when I was putting those the pictures together for Instagram and my Facebook page, there was some shots of us sitting at the table with the mess in front of us. And it was funny because the 6-year-old grandson took those pictures of us. So.
With all of our stuff all over. We use her dining room table as our Flosstube show. It's not even a dining room table anymore. As soon as she finishes a project, she just comes and slaps it in here on the table. I'm sure my stepdad would like to see his table once in a while, but
we don't eat in here.
We eat at the not fancy table. All right.
So.
Oh, and for all the people watching the garden tour who were mentioning Laura from Garden Answer.
Oh my gosh, we both want to be here.
We do. Because somebody was like, "Oh, you
mentioned back and forth. Did you see that?"
Somebody you mentioned Mackinac and Loving Hydrangeas, and I watched this lady who went and we're like, "Yes, we were there at the same time, but we couldn't see her." So We love watching. If you have any inkling to garden whatsoever, just go watch Laura from Garden Answer.
Oh my gosh.
Just go watch her garden tours. Like, she does. Oh my gosh. Her property is absolutely beautiful, and then her parents' property is equally as beautiful. Okay.
But she does that for a living, and she gets help. So I don't get any help.
I pulled a few weeds yesterday, and I deadheaded. Yes.
Oh.
I
had weeds?
Right. I just
can't have weeds out there in that black landscape fabric.
Maybe you should put that on all of your plants, too.
No.
So she doesn't put that down because she plants zinnias, and zinnias, the seeds you want to come up through there. So she does, she plants those, and then she puts on her fresh layer of mulch after they've come up. You typically, they say you want to do after there's a set of double leaves.
Oh.
But you just kind of
I don't mulch anywhere except for in the front, like, area. The rest of it, I don't. So.
Yep. Okay.
So anyway, if you get your inspiration from us, tag my blog, tag us. We'd love to see it. Follow our hashtags. We have all of our stitching days, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And I've had people say, well, what's wrong with Tuesdays and Thursdays?
We just need a free day.
Yes.
I've got 4,000 whips. I need other days for those.
I mean, if you see all that I finished this week, it does work if you stitch on those things those days.
If you're in it to start finishing some stuff and kind of get a little satisfaction from your projects, then that's definitely the way to go, because you've got a dedicated schedule of when you're going to do stuff.
Right. So
we like it. That's how it works for us.
Yep. Come join us. Anyway, follow us on Instagram at Priscilla Blaine, at Chelsea356, Priscilla's2000 on Facebook, and Priscilla's2000.blogspot.com, where you see more of everything that we do. And we hope to get some videos made this coming week, maybe the coffee filter wreath, or maybe yard sauce if I start getting some more tomatoes. Chelsea's already had a lot, but
I got a Tupperware of tomatoes on the counter.
And they're good.
We had some yesterday on a burger. The way she eats her burger, can you tell them how you eat your burger?
I like to slice a fresh tomato on it and then put balsamic vinegar and a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper instead of ketchup, mustard, bun, whatever.
Yeah, we don't put a bun.
So good.
Very good. Okay, and as a reminder, so in the comment section below, you will comment how many Christmas whips you have.
Even though this is for Halloween.
Right, because it's Christmas in July. We're excited about stitching all this Christmas stuff. It kind of gets you past these 110.
And we're excited for fall, too. So
I am. But I still love summer. I want my zinnias. I want my tomatoes. We had like 68-degree weather. It was like cooler yesterday, and she was nervous that our tomatoes are going to stop blossoming, right? I've got a lot of ripe ones, though, so I'm okay. I got a Tupperware full.
I've got like handfuls of cherry tomatoes, and that's it. But I got enough cucumbers that I can feed all of you.
Come on over for some cucumbers. You gotta leave enough for Hunter to take to work for lunch, though. All right, make sure. Yeah, it's a vegetable. He doesn't eat them. Stay tuned after the video. If you love Calvin, you'll get a little kick out of what's next. Thanks for joining us.
He felt bad being left out of the garden tour.
Out of the garden tour and out of the nursery tour and the baby photos. So he needed his own. All right, guys, we will see you next week.
Bye.